where we curate the day's top 7 stories for our viewers. But before I take you to the top stories, I want to quickly get our viewers up to speed on where, at least numerically, India stands with its fight against COVID-19. Till now, we've recorded 1,58,333 positive cases with 4,531 deaths. Maharashtra continues to be the state recording the highest spike with 56,948. If you look at that figure, that pretty much entails 33% of the positive cases in India coming in only from Maharashtra. The state has also recorded till now 1,897 deaths. Tamil Nadu right now is on the second place with the second highest cases with 18,545 positive cases and 133 deaths. Delhi now is third, overtaking the state of Gujarat and standing at 15,257 positive cases with 303 deaths. So this is at least numerically what it looks like where India stands with its fight against COVID-19. We collated this data just about 20 minutes ago. So this is the latest data coming in. With that, I want to quickly... And our top focus story, coronavirus cases continue to rise. India now aims for a vaccine in a year's time. Addressing the media, government's principal scientific advisor K. Vijay Raghavan said that there are currently 30 groups in India which are working in COVID-19 vaccine development, out of which the central government is collaborating with 3. He further added that some preclinical vaccine studies in India could be completed by October this year. Apart from this, India is speeding up work on the production of a vaccine to match global efforts. But one thing is clear, if and when a vaccine is made, making it available to billions of Indians will be the biggest challenge.
There are about a total of 30 groups in India, big industry to individual academics, who are trying to develop vaccines, of which about 20-ish are keeping a good pace. Yet, this is a very competitive area. एक और चीज़ मैं बताना चाहता हूँ कि when a vaccine is made, it is not like a switch which will be available to everyone on day one. This disease is such unusual compared to other vaccine preventable diseases where people from the youngest to the oldest will need a vaccine. And people in every kind of country in the world will need a vaccine. This is not a rich country's disease or a poor country's disease. It's everyone's disease. So the logistics of making the vaccine accessible to everyone is a big challenge, and that is also being discussed now.
Meanwhile, flyers continue to test positive for the coronavirus virus. 6 passengers on TrueJet flights from Chennai to Salem, which landed yesterday, have tested positive. All are asymptomatic. Earlier in the day, an asymptomatic passenger who was travelling on Indigo from Bengaluru to Madurai on 27th was discovered to be COVID positive. Meanwhile, one passenger travelling in the Air Asia flight, Kolkata, has been handed over to state government authorities for suspect COVID after screening by airport officials. Meanwhile, Shopping Malls Association has told Karnataka Chief Minister they are ready with standard operating procedures and can open in 24 hours if given permission. My colleague Nolan Pinto enters the forum Shanti Niketan Mall in Whitefield to see how well they are prepared.
Karnataka's shopping malls are hoping to reopen once the 4th round of lockdown ends. The Shopping Centres Association of India has met Karnataka Chief Minister B.S. Yediyurappa, making the demand. The shopping mall representatives claim they have the ability to ensure crowd control and provide a hygienic environment while maintaining social distancing norms.
We also told them about the tremendous amount of employment which is suffering in the state today owing to malls being closed, as well as the revenues that are being lost at every level by the malls, by the retailers, by the government in terms of taxation. There's a complete loss all round.
The Mall Association claimed the centralized air conditioning won't contribute to the spread of coronavirus.
Centralized AC is the most safest in terms of temperature control, in terms of filtering aspect, and in terms of getting the fresh air, because it's all done on a scientific basis.
The Prestige Group that manages the oldest and largest number of Forum malls across India says all their 9 malls are ready to reopen with safety norms in place.
Come February, we were on the floor with enhanced safety measures. We doubled our hygiene efforts that we are doing across the malls. World over, malls have already opened. They have opened in China, they have opened in Europe, and they have opened in US, and they have received very good responses. Now, how we are programming post-opening. So yes, we are ready to open in less than 24-hour notice. I mean, we can open today evening.
India Today visited the Forum, Shantiniketan Mall in Whitefield to see the preparations firsthand.
Now we want to show you what exactly they have done to make sure that when you come over here, you and also the people working over in this place are safe. In fact, they have this particular board before you enter, and it's very important that you read it. If you do not have a mask, they will not allow you inside. You must also have the Arogya Setu app. Without that app, you will not be allowed inside, because they need to know that you are safe. Now this, what I'm entering, is a sanitization tunnel. It's very important. We'll all actually have to go through this. Without this, they will not allow you inside. All that is done, that's the safety point of view, but the security point of view cannot be neglected. So you will still undergo through this, and here, no more will they actually frisk you by touching. It'll just be normal what she does. Yeah, please go ahead. They have actually placed these markers over here, these distance markers. It clearly says, please maintain distance. So when people come over here, they need to follow this before they actually use a lift. It's also interesting because I want to show you something over here. They have a sensor-based hand sanitizer over here. You don't touch anything. As simple, very simple as that. Second thing is, when you enter this particular lift, you have a lift operator, and they have these distance markers everywhere.
A big problem malls will face will be maintaining social distance in washrooms.
And again, to maintain social distance, they have these social distance markers over here, so you wait your turn. All the way to make sure that you do not touch another person. They have these mirrors, so when you're entering, you will know if there's another person entering there, so you can actually stay away from that person and not touch that person. I'm entering this particular washroom. What they tell us is that they are limiting the number of people, so it's 50% who will be actually allowed over here. There are about, 10 wash basins here. They say that every alternate wash basin will be allowed, so only about 5 of them. And continuously, there will be staff over here who will be cleaning the place, because ultimately, hygiene is very important.
Our next step was the food court. Using the escalator will also be via strict social distancing.
Rules again over here. 1, please skip a step for social distancing. So no more can you all stand together. You have to follow the rules. You can clearly see what they have done over there. To maintain social distancing, they have actually painted in a very zigzag format. You have a gap of 2 steps, in fact. So that's what I'm actually going to do. I'm going to wait for my turn. Not here. There I am.
At the food court, people will no more need to stand at the counters and place order for their food.
I've now entered the food court, and the first thing that I noticed after entering this place is that all the tables and chairs have actually been spread apart in order to maintain social distancing. You just scan this, get your menu, and everything is done, and also pay it online. So basically, this is what they have done here to make sure that you're safe. There's only that much that they can do. The responsibility also lies with you. All this is done in order to make sure that you, your family members, your friends and relatives are all safe when you finally step out. With video journalist Madhuar, Nolan Pinto for India Today.
Meanwhile, after being shut for over 2 months, markets and shops have opened up while the COVID-19 crisis still looms. We get you this report from South India's largest electronic hub, Chennai's Ritchie Street, which is back in business. Take a look.
South India's largest electronic hub, Ritchie Street in Chennai, is back in business after being shut for over 2 months. While the shopkeepers are a happy lot, there are still problems galore.
अभी अपना एसोसिएशन मिलके वो तकलीफ पड़ के रोजी रोटी के लिए खोला है. सब ओनर को पगार देना है, भाड़ा देना है, वो हिसाब से खोल के धंधा करो बोल के. वो दैट टू मेंटेन डिस्टेंसिंग प्लस शॉप, एक शॉप ओपन होगा तो अनेक शॉप क्लोज होगा, कंपल्सरी क्लोज होगा. कस्टमर मूवमेंट नहीं है, पहले ऑलरेडी कोरोना के कारण पब्लिक मूवमेंट नहीं है.
Since the shops are compact and the streets are narrow, the market has followed a policy to open shops in an alternate manner, allowing each trader to open business thrice a week. Traders have signed declaration forms stating that they would follow the new norms, which include social distancing, using masks and disinfecting shops regularly. The shopkeepers are witnessing big fall in business compared to pre-lockdown times.
We feel that money crunch will be there to the customers all over India. So they will spend on food, medicine and other item first. They will keep our item at last. So I assume at least it will take 6 months time to get the sale which we had last year.
We need at least 2 more months to come back on track. So it is not only the lockdown period but even the recovery period has to be added for us to come back to on track.
The shopkeepers say that this lockdown has hit them more than ever. As the market was shut, their regular dealers have moved to Kerala, Karnataka and Andhra Pradesh.
In a market like this, huge number of crowds do come in every single day, and with just every alternate shop open, you can see crowds thronging here today as well. And this remains to be a huge task to maintain these crowds and to maintain social distancing in the city of Chennai. With video journalist Divin Rajkumar, this is Shalini Lobo in Chennai for India Today.
All right, so this is a good story coming in bleak times. 18-day-old baby girl discharged from a hospital in Mumbai after recovering from COVID-19. She's probably the youngest patient to defeat the novel virus. Now, despite her mother testing negative for COVID-19 within 3 hours of birth, the baby showed symptoms of coronavirus. But now, the little girl has recovered and is back home with her mother.
Heartwarming images from Mumbai's Hiranandani Hospital. Thundering applause by the hospital staff for India's youngest COVID-19 survivor. This 18-day-old girl has defeated the virus. Born at a private nursing home on 10th of May, the newborn had shown signs of COVID-19 within hours of birth. Shifted to another hospital, the infant tested positive. Within 2 days, she landed up at Hiranandani Hospital.
The social stigma that is attached is probably worse than the disease itself. If we all take care of hand hygiene, social distancing, maintaining proper norms in our OPD, we can run our routine life, our routine work as a doctor, and patients should not be afraid to come to the hospital because we have a very clear-cut demarcation in the hospital between the COVID unit and the non-COVID routine work.
After treatment, the little one was finally cleared of the virus on Thursday. The doctors and nurses who attended to her are impressed with the fight she put up and warn against stigmatizing her.
That baby had history of high-grade fever and refusal to feed and was very breathless when the baby came. Here we had put the baby on non-invasive ventilator and the baby has come out beautifully out of it it needed the ventilator for 7 days and baby is fine as of today.
Discharged from home, the little warrior finally went home in the arms of her proud mother, inspiring the health staff and setting a milestone in India's COVID fight.
This is outside Hiranandani Hospital, a positive news. This 20-day-old baby defeating coronavirus and she's going back home with her mother, and all the staff, hospital staff, is very happy and excited because of this feat which they have achieved here. With camera person Mangesh Amre, Mustafa Sheikh in Mumbai for India Today.
Well, security forces today prevented a big Pulwama-like terror attack. Forces detonated a 40 to 45 kilogram IED-laden car in Rajpura in Kashmir's Pulwama district. Now, the case has been handed over to the NIA. Here's the full report.
A deafening, ear-splitting blast, followed by thick, billowing smoke. There's nothing left of the vehicle. An innocent white Santro with a fake number plate. And the unraveling of a suspected Jaish-e-Mohammed Hizbul Mujahideen plot. Make no mistake, this vehicle was definitely on a suicide mission. Perhaps identical to the Pulwama attack in February last year. A vehicular attack on a convoy that killed 40 CRPF Jawans. An attack that led to the Balakot airstrikes 11 days later. But first, how was this latest terror attempt averted? It started off with an intercept by the Jammu and Kashmir police 5 days ago. A joint team of the army and police began tracking the vehicle. Finally spotting it in the Shadipura area of Pulwama, the vehicle's sinister intent was immediately confirmed. The car was driven by a Hizbul Mujahideen terrorist who fired at the forces when challenged and escaped under cover of darkness. The car was strategically located for a possible quick dash to a strike zone, possibly the highway connecting Pulwama and Srinagar. Sinisterly, the Santro's license plate belonged to a two-wheeler registered to owners in Katwa. A joint team of the Army, Pulwama Police and CRPF began searching the car. Inside the Santro, the improvised explosive device was placed in a blue drum. The car was taken to an open area, villages around evacuated, and the vehicle bomb detonated.
खास करके जैश मोहम्मद हरदम प्रयास करता रहा है कि बड़ा सा सेंसिटिव अटैक करे सेंसेशनल ये लोग भी प्रेशर में है कि और ये लोग जो नए लीडरशिप इनका है ये चाहता है बड़ा हादसा करके और ये दिखाना चाहे नैरेटिव पे है कि मिलिटेंट का अपर हैंड है जो हम लोग नहीं होने देंगे जंगे बदर के दिन हम लोग काफ़ी अप्रहेंशन में थे कि ऐसा अटैक कर सकता है लेकिन उस टाइम हम लोग बहुत प्रिवेंटिव मेजर ले रहे थे ऑपरेशन भी बहुत तेजी के ला दिए थे कॉर्डन सर्च चल रहा था तो उस टाइम ये लोग नहीं कर पाया था.
While the devastating 2019 Pulwama suicide attack was mounted by Jaish-e-Mohammed terrorist Adil Ahmed Dar, security forces suspect the latest attempt is courtesy an individual named Waleed Bhai, a Jaish-trained Pakistani IED expert. Forces recently had a brush with Waleed Bhai when he managed to escape in the Kulgam encounter earlier this year. While Waleed Bhai is believed to have been the bomb mastermind, sources tell India Today that local support was provided by a Hizbul Mujahideen member named Adil. In 2019, the terrorists managed to strike. This time they were stopped, perhaps at the last minute. But with the masterminds at large, they won't stop trying. With Shujaul Haq in Srinagar, Bureau Report, India Today.
Meanwhile, as the standoff continues along the line of actual control, the Chinese government yesterday talked peace. However, the situation on the ground is very different than that. India Today accessed new satellite images which show Chinese built up in Pangong Tso area. Here's the full report.
Day 24, the Ladakh standoff between the Indian and Chinese armies remains unbroken. Over the last 5 days, India Today has set the national news agenda, showing you the standoff in full explicit detail. And now, we bring you our 6th set of satellite images from Flashpoint Ladakh. The notorious site of a brawl between Indian and Chinese troops is now one of the 4 India-China face-off points. And Now, for the first time, there's clear visual evidence of the actual build-up. Take a close look. This is the Finger 4 area of the Pangong Tso in April. With only the Indian ITBP camp visible to the left, now cut to May, you can clearly see the prominent camp set up by the Chinese on the right, and increased forces on the Indian side on the left. A clear result of the early May friction. And as the month ends now, this Chinese mobilization hasn't pulled back. It's very important to note that while India has merely reinforced its existing position, China has actually provoked by setting up a new troop camp. China's mobilization across flashpoints in Ladakh has been conducted with signature deception. India today has learned that the Chinese army came in trucks normally used to ferry soil for infrastructure projects. China used this deception to mobilize troops towards the border. In addition, the troops sent were actually engaged in a military exercise on the 6th of May on the Chinese side, but were quietly diverted to the border with India. The mobilization was rapid, and making use of better road infrastructure, this allowed the Chinese side to initially be numerically superior. But the imbalance has been matched with Indian reinforcements. Indian Jawans and officers standing their ground, unshakable. With Manjeet Negi in Delhi, Shiv Arur for India Today.
All right, the latest news break coming in. India has made it clear its stand on the Ladakh standoff. Addressing the media, the MEA said that our troops have taken a very responsible approach towards border management and strictly followed protocol as established by either side. Our armed forces scrupulously follow the guidance provided by our leadership. At the same time, we will defend our sovereignty and territory integrity. MEA on the Trump offer. India will engage bilaterally, no third-party intervention. So India making their point very clear that third-party intervention will not be entertained at all. This is also coming at the back of the tweet by President Donald Trump, where he said that he was open to mediate between India and China. All right, with that, we've come to the end of 7 at 7, but every day we do end this bulletin by busting certain myths which masquerade to be facts. Well, one of them you would have seen possibly floating about on social media is leaving sanitizer in your car in the scorching heat can cause explosion. Well, the fact check, highly unlikely that a sanitizer bottle will actually burst into flames on its own. And if the bottle is not airtight and leaking vapors, even a small spark can cause a fire. Well, on that, half-truth. So, no. With that, it's a wrap on this bulletin of 7 at 7. We'll, of course, see you tomorrow. Thank you for watching. Hi everyone, Preeti Chaudhary here. Hope you like this video. For latest news and analysis, like and subscribe to the India Today YouTube channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated. Thank you for watching.